I'm Craig Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different and every breakup is different. Work with me and you'll get professional help on your situation. And if you're in no contact, focused on personal growth, my workbook series, The Knowledge, will help you make changes like you've never made before. Available now at AskCraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And today we're going to be talking about my ex was really hot.
Oh, what a dilemma. I hope you enjoyed it while you could.
Well, one of the things that Margaret and I have seen and talked about is how a lot of times if you dated someone that you found really attractive, it can be really, really difficult to let that situation go. Because our beliefs about ourself and our ability to attract other people have a huge impact on the way we view a situation. And we're going to talk about this today because it's something that I hear probably a couple times a week.
I do too.
And so
I do too.
We thought we better explain what's going on there and how it's impacting you. Because, certain times we're attracted to somebody like no other, right? Like we just feel this really powerful chemistry towards somebody that we're dating. Not always the case, but sometimes, I've personally seen this probably more with the guys, that they'll be like, this girl was so hot, and this is the hottest girl I have ever been with. That I think one of the big underlying fears there is that they're not going to find somebody as attractive.
I think so too.
Okay?
Women say it differently, but they say it.
Yeah.
It's less clear.
Do you think it's... Yeah, I do hear that with the looks, but for them it seems to be more of just some kind of connection.
He made me feel safe.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about this because I think it's a big problem. I really believe that our beliefs have a huge impact on the way that we do things, why we do things. Mm-hmm. If you believe that if you go to college, you'll make a lot more money, then you're going to be a lot more likely to say, okay, I'm going to go to college, right? A belief will affect your behavior. So if you don't have a good self-esteem or self-worth, maybe you're insecure, could be avoidant, you could be anxious, doesn't matter, you're insecure, you're going to be a lot less likely to believe that you're going to find somebody as attractive in the future. Right? Because you don't feel lovable. Right. Okay? And that's why Margaret and I are always at our core trying to help you guys become more secure and learn a lot of skills to be better partners in relationships.
That's why we say don't beat yourself up. It does not help.
It does not help.
It's the last thing you need to do in a breakup.
So, you have to get to a place and really believe that at some point, if it doesn't work out with your ex, and you put yourself out there, that you will find other people. There are a lot of other options. Right. Millions, if not billions, of single people out there, right?
And fish in the sea, too.
So, you just have to realize, maybe you're not ready to move on from the idea of your ex. But keep in mind that if it doesn't work out with them, for whatever reason, and you might decide that you don't want them back, when you start to put yourself out in the dating environment, just getting to know new people, going to new places, doing different things, you're going to find more options.
That's right.
And I know it's so hard to get to that place because you're like, I just want my ex back. That's all I want. But that's not the healthiest place to be, right?
That's right.
It's better to be more balanced and say, I would like to get my ex back, but I'll be okay if I don't because I'll find somebody else.
In the early stages, it's very hard to remember that.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to die if I don't get her back right now.
Absolutely.
What it feels like, right?
Yeah. So what you want to do is you really want to look at how you're handling the breakup. Okay? If you are really doing the work, and believe me, there are many of you out there doing incredible amounts of work.
Absolutely.
Some more than others. Some people don't want to recognize the mistakes they made and they're just obsessing on the wrong things. But for those of you that are really on the right track, looking at what went wrong, how you can correct it, how you can improve, and make all the changes that Margaret and I are always trying to teach you, when you take that information and you really are able to apply it, that's the challenge.
That's right.
You can listen to a video, but then if you forget it half an hour later or 2 days later, it's not going to do you much good. You need to apply the information in situations with real people and in real time. And that takes time. Okay? Because what happens is, if you're in a situation where you get really anxious, everything that you've learned goes out the window.
Goes out the window, right.
And you just get stuck in this panic-stricken mode, and your mind will go blank. You won't remember anything.
Right. And the impulse to do something dumb will get to your amygdala faster than,
Then you can stop.
Then you can stop, yeah.
So you really want to make sure that you're really working a lot harder than you think you need to, because when you're in the moment, face to face with an ex, or they've called you, or you're with them, or you're with somebody new on a date, you're likely to go back to your old ways when that anxiety kicks in. Right? So you got to realize you want to over-prepare. It's always better to over-prepare. And I like to say you need a solid 9 months to a year of probation that you're doing this to make the changes stick.
You do. And, you know, after you said that, I was thinking too, and if we're talking about a grief process, we're also talking a year.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get overwhelmed, and you might go back to your old way of thinking of, well, I'm not good with women, or I'm not good with guys, and I don't know what to say, and I don't know what to do. But with all the skills that we teach and that you're learning, when you are able to apply it, you're going to find that you're a lot more successful in a lot more situations, right? You need to shift your belief, okay? Look at it this way, okay? This is an important way to look at it, okay? Look at how much you knew about relationships when you met your ex, okay? With the information that you had, you were able to get them and date them and have a relationship. Now, look at all of the information you've learned since then, a considerable amount. If you could get them only knowing what you knew then, how will you do dating other people with what you know now? I think you're going to be in a lot better position to do the attractive behaviors, to identify people that are good partners versus people that may be narcissistic or abusive or toxic, and walking away. You'll be better at having boundaries for yourself, communicating, understanding attachment, why people do what they do. All of this information is going to put you in a much better position to assess a situation, to act in an attractive way, and be a lot less likely to turn people off.
But Coach Craig, I'm a guy, and I'm not real good with words, and I'm not real good about talking about feelings, and I always either don't say something when I should, or I say the wrong thing. What do I do?
Well, you give up.
No.
No?
No, I don't want to give up.
Well, maybe practicing is a good way to do it.
Oh, hello. Okay.
Practicing, and the workbooks go through a lot of things like that, where you're practicing, you're looking, what will I do in this situation next time this happens? You want to kind of assess, has there been a theme in your relationships? Have all your partners said you did a certain thing that drove them crazy?
Or you didn't do a certain thing, like talk to them.
Or you didn't do a certain thing. Now you know, okay, this is something that I need to do and work on. Maybe if you were more avoidant, you say, okay, I need to communicate a little bit better,
Right.
or more often,
Yep.
and not disappear for a week at a time.
Right.
Or,
Yep.
or think about what my partner is telling me and validate them. Make them feel understood, like you care about them.
Right.
Each of you has your strengths and your weaknesses, and
We
you
all do.
want to take your weaknesses and turn them into a strength. And we have a wide variety and range of videos and topics, always looking for new ways to help all you guys, so you can grow and put that into practice. But it takes effort, okay?
It does. It's hard work.
It's not going to just, even if you hear it one time, it's not just going to sink in and magically happen.
Right.
You have to really think about how you're going to assess it, okay? And how you're going to, use that information in real time. Like, one of the big problems that I see is somebody will get back with their ex, and 3 or 4 months later, they've gone right back to their old behavior, and they lose their ex again.
Yeah.
And I hate when that happens.
I hate when that happens too. But they think everything's okay now, and that he or she got over whatever the problem was, and things can go back to normal. No.
No. You got to
No.
stay on the right track,
Yeah.
otherwise you'll lose that person again, and then
Right.
you'll feel really guilty.
Right.
And you'll feel really bad about it. But, you need to realize, with the information you had before, you were able to get your ex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you know a lot more about relationships. Of course, you're going to have a lot more skills to do well with dating new people or get your ex back.
Right.
So change your belief.
Yeah.
Okay? It's
Okay.
important that you understand
That's very encouraging.
that you
Yes.
are now adapting and incorporating new information, so you're going to do better with new people, right? You don't have to stay hung up on somebody because they were really attractive, okay? There are a lot of attractive people out there, and once you're, behaving in a way that's more attractive, where you're not needy or chasing people or making them feel smothered, and you can act in a way that's confident, they're going to naturally be drawn
They're
to
going
you.
to be drawn to you, absolutely.
And you'll do
Confident
fine.
does it every time, doesn't it?
Yes, and you'll find people that are just as attractive or even more attractive than your ex.
Yeah.
Okay?
And how do you become confident?
Well, I think confidence is a process of slowly, looking at areas that you may have not done well, and then learning the skills to get better. And then you think, okay, I know how to handle this
I
situation.
know how to handle this now. Right. I know how to talk to people and make an opening conversation. And if my girlfriend wants to talk about feelings, I've learned a whole lot more about how to do that. And then you will feel confident.
If I had to boil confidence down, here it is, nice and simple. I'll handle it.
There you go. I'll handle it.
I'll handle it. Whatever it is, I'll handle it. I got this. Same thing.
All right.
I got this. And when you can exhibit that kind of attitude and you have that kind of degree of confidence, people are going to be magnetically drawn to you.
Yes, absolutely.
So, we know that many of you had very attractive exes and you're devastated by the loss of them. But realize that all the hard work that you have will pay off. Okay? Either you will get another shot with your ex, or you're going to put yourself out there and eventually you'll meet someone that you're really attracted to too.
And I was going to say, and if you can't figure out where to start, one of the things you can do is write down all the nice and complimentary things that anybody ever in your life has said to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important to do that.
Yeah?
And it's important to take in positive feedback. And if you come from a family where you didn't get much positive feedback, you really have to learn to take it in. Because even if people do say nice things to you, you don't believe them.
Yeah.
And it's very important to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll take a step back and realize that all of this hard work will pay off one way or the other, and keep going, keep growing, and you'll do great with people that are just as attractive or even more attractive in a lot of other ways, not just physically.
Right, because intimacy also involves emotional intimacy.
Absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. So, of course, when you want to get our help personally, just go to my website, askcraig.net, sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do email coaching and I do Skype. Margaret is here for Skype coaching.
Available for Skype. Feel free to sign up with me. I'd love to talk with you.
Just click on Margaret on the top of the website to do that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And we will talk with you soon.